What is up, you guys? I wanted to come to you guys with this SmackDown Live review real quick, so let's get right into it. To start off the show, we had Jeff Hardy versus The Miz. This match was unforgettable. This match was just complete. I don't care. I don't really. This match was just nothing special. This match was just complete throwaway. Jeff Hardy versus The Miz. Do you guys care? I know you guys don't care about this. Jeff Hardy picks up the win over The Miz tonight on SmackDown Live. And then we get Bayley and Sasha versus Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss. This was a women's tag team match that we seen last week on SmackDown Live, and there was no. This I mean the opposite didn't happen again. There was no other. What we got last week on SmackDown is what we got tonight. Bayley and Sasha beat Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross tonight on SmackDown Live. There you go. And then we get Lacey Evans versus Naomi. Lacey and Naomi ends in a DQ. There you go. And then we had Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro versus Big E and Kofi Kingston. That tag team match ended in a no DQ. That was the main event of SmackDown Live. And before SmackDown Live goes off the air, Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro put Big E and Kofi Kingston through a table to end SmackDown Live. So, there you go. SmackDown Live was complete trash. There was complete we only had 4 matches on the show. Miz, Jeff Hardy, Bayley and Sasha versus Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss, Lacey Evans versus Naomi, and the men's tag team match, which ended in a no DQ with Shinsuke Nakamura with Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro versus Big E and Kofi Kingston. There you go. The tag team match in the main event of SmackDown Live ends in a no disqualification. And Lacey Evans versus Naomi ended in a disqualification. And Bayley and Sasha beat Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. The same happened last week on SmackDown Live. Sasha Banks and Bayley beat Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. And Jeff Hardy beat The Miz. So there you go. That's your SmackDown Live review. If you guys like this SmackDown Live review, hit that thumbs up. If you guys like the channel, comment, like, subscribe. And SmackDown Live gets a 0 out of 10 from me. This show was complete and utter trash. There were 2 matches that were the same. The women's match was the same from last week on SmackDown Live with Sasha Banks and Bayley versus Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss. That was the same tag team match from last week. And we had the same tag team match from last week in the main event, which is with Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura versus Big E and Kofi Kingston last week on SmackDown Live. We got the same match again this week on SmackDown Live in the main event of SmackDown Live. Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura versus Big E and Kofi Kingston. Those two matches were the exact. The women's match was the same, and the main event was the same tonight on SmackDown Live. The only match that was kind of new was Jeff Hardy and The Miz, which I don't really care about. I just don't care. So there you go. SmackDown Live, for me, gets a 0 out of 10 if you guys missed the show. God bless you. You missed absolutely nothing. This show was complete and utter garbage. We had a few backstage segments. We had a karaoke segment with the women of SmackDown Live. They were singing karaoke's WWE theme songs. So there you go. And next week we are getting next week on SmackDown Live we are getting Matt Riddle versus AJ Styles for the Intercontinental Championship. So there you go. Other than that, SmackDown Live was completely missable. You missed absolutely nothing. So there you go. The the women's match and the men's main event tag team match was the same matches from last week on SmackDown Live, and the only two matches we had that were new was The Miz versus Jeff Hardy and Lacey Evans versus Naomi. Those were the only two matches that were new tonight. Everything else was a complete rerun. So there you go. And we had a rerun. We had a rerun from Money in the Bank. We had a rerun from Money in the Bank when Braun Strowman beat Bray Wyatt for the Universal Championship. So there you go. Everything else, this show was completely missable. You guys didn't miss anything tonight. Tonight's show was I didn't like it. I didn't care for it. The show was complete and utter garbage. The show gets a 0 out of 10 from me. So if you guys like the SmackDown Live review, hit that thumbs up. And guys, tell me what you guys thought about SmackDown Live tonight down in the comment section below. So thank you guys for watching the SmackDown Live review. I'm out, guys.